If you ever happen to wake up on some random Tuesday, sometime around your 7th birthday, to the sound of daddy whispering, "I love you" from the hallway, but you know mommy told you daddy won't be home till next Friday, baby girl, don't be scared. It's just that I've been whispering echoes of that sentiment from a long time ago, and sometimes it just takes a little while to get to you. See, that one was from early spring 2006. See, that was the first time I saw you. After a late night of trying to fit in with a crowd of partiers being rowdy, I laid down to the sound of heartbeats. Mine sounded like into a familiar symphony. The other sang a little sweeter, but with a familiar melody. I said, "I love you" out loud, and a tear fell immediately. They fell for the next 7 minutes consistently, and the only thing I could utter was, "Who could this be?" Laying next to me, turned slowly, opened one eye, and saw a princess wrapped in golden clothing. The first thing I noticed was how easily you took breaths in. Honey, you breathe like peace. Nothing missing, nothing broken, and all I wanted to do was talk to you, but you were too busy interceding for your daddy with baby talks and coos, and that's when I realized why parents don't understand their children until they're 2. Because for the first 2 years they have private, secret conversations with God, and then he releases them to talk to you, and you look a whole lot like your mama too. I can't see her face in this dream yet, but I know you do. But what I do know is that she has to be a witness, armed with testimony of agape and forgiveness to birth a princess like you, and all I want to do was touch you, afraid to hug you, afraid you might disappear, so I just laid there and stared, but I still feel like I know you from somewhere. Like you've been praying for me since '83, just so that 27 years later your dad would be right where he's supposed to be, doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing, so I'd be a great father to you. And we're not quite there yet, but from this moment forward, I only live for you. And now even the night, she seems brighter. I can see your smile even through the tears, and I haven't cried like this in years, but for some reason it just won't stop. I mean, you make every emotion rise to the top. The one I like the most, the determination. To give you everything you'll ever need, so all you ever have to worry about being is just she. The one I like the least is the fear. I just don't want you to end up in a bad predicament somewhere because your daddy wasn't there. I met far too many women ruined because of that very thing, so how about this? I'll take you on your first date, buy you your first car, be the first man you ever fall in love with during the summers. I'll take you away, just kind of point to the map, tell daddy what you want to see, and just so we can give your mommy a little more alone time, I'll try and do your hair every weekend till you're 13. Until you look at me and say, "It's okay, daddy, just give me the just for me." In the hood. All right, so in the hood, sometimes, listen, I mean, really, how hard could it be? All we need is me, you, a hot comb, some hair grease, and some string. Is this right? Can I do hair with that stuff? Yes! Your daddy can do all things. Like put 200 post-its on the wall, each marked with different reasons why I love you, never lie to you, never be deceiving, never be late without good reason, and you always top my list of human beings, and that's how you should be treated. If he does anything less, then leave him. If he ever stutters when you ask him where he's been, girl, don't believe him. If he ever puts his hands on you, don't say anything. Just smile pretty and tell him you got something you want him to see and bring him to me. Yes, by then your daddy will be living a saved life. But that just means I have to have a jail ministry. If Juanita Bynum can do it, I can do it. Because that's how much you mean to me. It's time for you to get some sleep. I'll see you again in a little less than a decade, a little more than a heartbeat. Until then, your daddy loves you. It's that spoken for you.